Straight line. Question 7. So, first step to do this is we just need to get our points down. So, point A represents a journey of 8 miles which cost £14. Now, our pounds is on the y-axis and our miles is on the x-axis. So point A, we need to transfer this into x and y. So the x value, which is a d is the miles, so that's 8. 8 like that. Then the y value is the pounds, so that's 14. Similarly, for B, we go 12 miles, so that's 12 along the x-axis. And it's 20 up on the x-axis. So we can just do x and y. And then I'm going to do 1 and 2. So if you know where this is going, good old gradient formula. M equals, so we need to find a gradient. Then we need to use y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. And then use one of these points. So first of all, gradient. M, we're going AB. Is equal to y a minus y b equals over x a minus x b. Let me just label these off, 1 and 2, we don't need that just now. So y a is 14 minus 20, and then 8 minus 12. Which is equal to negative 6 over negative 4, which is equal to positive 3 over 2. Now, does this look plausible? Yes, because the gradient should be positive, because this is sloping upwards. So, if I got a negative gradient, and this line was sloping upwards, go back and check your answer. Because you might have made a mistake with the negatives in here or here. So, then we write our formula. Y minus b equals m bracket x minus a. We have our gradient, so I'll write it beside, m is equal to 3 over 2. And then what point are we going to use? Probably b. So our point is 12, 20. And this is a, and this is b. So maybe you just write when, not the best layout, but you get the gist. There we go. So y minus 20 equals 3 over 2 x minus 12. Now how do we get, we have a fraction here, how do we get rid of that? Well, we have to multiply this whole thing by 2. So, this is how, the general principle being that this can be, let me think, so if you have this principle, y minus b equals m, so m, let's just call it, let's just do love hearts and stars again. Star x minus a. You would have to multiply that whole equation by star. So it would be star y minus star b equals love heart x minus a. So the reason there's no stars on the right hand side now is because this entire right hand side here was divided by the star. So if you multiply something by the same thing that it's divided by, then you just get rid of it. So that's how you do that. Back to the question. Hope the stars and the symbols help. Sometimes it can be useful to illustrate that without numbers if they're intimidating. So 2y minus 40 equals 3x minus 12. 2y minus 40 is equal to 3x negative 36. 2y is equal to 3x plus 4. And then we could go y is equal to 3x plus 4 all over 2. I know that 2 goes into 4, so 3x, 3 over 2x actually, plus big 2. So that's our, let's see, that is our equation in its simplest form. However, we need to express it. We have no x's and y's in this question, we have p's and d's. So we need to change that. So we know that our y-axis is called p, so p is equal to 3 over 2d plus 2. And that's your answer. So part B, calculate the cost of a journey of 5 miles. Now, for this sort of thing, we know that we're going to need to use our little equation that we made up here. And you think, well, how do we know the cost? Well, we know the cost because the graph shows the cost P. So our P value is the cost. So now we're trying to find P, which is fine because we have an equation that includes P. And we know our D value because our D value is miles, and they've just told us miles there. So, substituting this in, actually, write it out first. Just clarify. So we know what our P is, we know what our D is because we're getting it told there. So 3 over 2 times 5 plus 2. P is equal to, so I know that that's 3 over 2 times 5 is 15 over 2 plus big 2. What is 15 over 2? That would be 7.5 plus 2. P is equal to 9.5. P is in pounds, so calculate the cost of a journey is £9.50. Then that's your answer. I managed to do this quickly because what I knew was that 5 is equal to 5 over 1. So I wasn't doing anything to the denominator and I was just multiplying the top by 5. So that's how I managed to do it quite quickly. And then remember to express it in pounds if they're asking for that, or whatever the context of the question is asking for.